Now back to Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis.
And welcome back this Sunday on Inside West Virginia Politics. We want to talk about flood relief here in the state of West Virginia. Right now I want to introduce Delegate Dean Jeffries. He's the chairman of the Joint Legislative Flooding Committee here in the West Virginia Legislature. Delegate Jeffries represents District 40 in Kanawha County along the Elk River, the place that was flooded so badly 3 years ago. The reason we're on the show today, this coming Tuesday, the Joint Legislative Flooding Committee is meeting, the senators and House members. You're the chair of the committee or co-chair. What are you hoping this meeting provides or does in terms of getting more flood relief now 3 years after the disaster?
Well, this meeting's to pick up where we left off in the fall. We uncovered a lot of things at the end of last year. We had a new administration coming into Homeland Security. So we gave them some time to implement new procedures, get things right, get the ball rolling. So we're coming back together to make sure everything's been done so we can keep moving forward.
The last time the Joint Committee on Flooding met was back in December. Should you folks have met during the regular legislative session, or was there just so much going on with the regular 60-day session it's hard to do?
With this being an interim committee, we laid off during the regular session. The potential is there. This is a unique committee that we can call a meeting at any time. We don't even have to follow the interim schedule. We could have 2, 3, 4 meetings in a month if we wish. With the situation being in session, we just let it rest, gave Homeland Security, the RISE program, the chance to fix the things that were found, put them in place, and get the ball rolling. And now we're going to come back and revisit that and see what's happening.
Of course, it was about a year ago that RISE West Virginia, the recovery program, was under the Department of Commerce. It was removed from Commerce, given to General Hoyer and the National Guard. Your impressions of how the National Guard has handled this now?
From what I've seen so far in preliminary meetings with General Hoyer and Colonel Todorovich, I do see they have put some structure in place. It's very comforting to see that. The administration prior to them lacked that, and I think that's where a lot of the problems came into place. There was just no structure, no continuity in that program.
I want to talk about something that has happened since you folks last met, and that was this big state audit from the state auditor, J.B. McCuskey, detailing some missing money down in the Richwood area in Nicholas County. I believe 4 people have been charged with criminal offenses. They have not been tried yet, so they have the presumption of innocence. But obviously, you folks are going to be looking into what happened there in Richwood and where the money went, or where it was and wasn't spent.
Yes, and this upcoming interim meeting Tuesday, J.B. McCuskey will come in and talk to us, give us an overview of his findings. We can dig into that, see what's going on, see what needs to be done, if any further. I know there is an investigation, possibly federal investigation going on. We'll let that unfold as well, but we will be looking and following along that closely.
To most parents out there, the big issue is the schools. We have 2 here in Kanawha County, Herbert Hoover High School in Elkview and Clendenin Elementary School, both destroyed in the floods. There were schools in other parts of the state. I believe 25 schools in all were damaged, and I think 5 were destroyed. Where are we at? A lot of people saying 3 years, how come the schools haven't been rebuilt? I know people in your district must be very frustrated.
We're all frustrated. Parents, businesses, the students, we're all frustrated with it. I think why it has gone so long has been a lack of communication with all the stakeholders involved. They just weren't talking. Nobody knew who had the ball, is what I like to say. Thanks to Senator Capito, she's got involved. She has asked asked FEMA to get on top of this and guide this and speed things up. And since doing so, we are seeing progress. Unfortunately, we are talking about a federal program in FEMA. Things go a little slower. There's a lot of requirements, a lot of red tape with those programs. So it's moving, not as fast as we'd like, but it is moving forward.
Well, we should point out to folks, one of the things that takes a long time is the environmental studies. Now, these schools are not going to be built right next to the river where they were. The one may be up a hillside, but you have to look at things like how it affects wildlife and plant life. And so the environmental impact is the thing that really kind of slows this down, doesn't it?
Yeah, currently that's where we're at. Clendenin Elementary, from what I was told just on Tuesday, the results were that Clendenin Elementary's environmental studies have been completed. FEMA has approved them. The Clendenin Elementary project will come out to community question process. Herbert Hoover, we're still in the environmental process. It's Fish and Wildlife at this point is what's being reviewed, but I understand it's very close, and as soon as that's finished with FEMA, they will move it out to public comment at that time as well.
All right, it sounds like we're moving in the right direction. We want to thank Delegate Dean Jeffries, chair of the Joint Committee on Flooding in the West Virginia Legislature, for joining us today. We'll be at the meeting Tuesday. We'll continue to follow this. Obviously, flooding problems happen all across the Mountain State, and we're going to keep on top of this. Thanks for being with us, Delegate.
Thank you.
We'll have one more segment of Inside West Virginia Politics after this break. Stay with us.